Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at a 1969 Pontiac GTO Judge in 1/18 scale. Now this model is part of the American muscle line produced by ERTL. Let's go ahead and take a look at the box. In the backdrop behind the car, we can see nice stars and stripes, patriotic backdrop, as well as a white with gray stripes base for the car. There's nice clear front and top of the box so you can get a good look at the car. If we go around the side, we can see some various features that the car has. On the back of the box is just a little bit of information about the GTO, where it began and how it got there. This side is the same as the other, just having some of the features of the car. The underside of the box shows you you will need a screwdriver to remove the car from the base. Outside of that, it's just the standard, legal stuff of small parts. Don't let children eat it. Let's go ahead and get the car out of the box. Before we get to getting the car completely out of the box, I do want to point out that the base that the car sits on is made of styrofoam, so the car is very well protected from shocks and bumps in its packaging, which came as a surprise to me because most ERTL cars come attached to a black plastic base, and then that's it. They're just supported in the middle and just free hang and wobble around with no shock absorber whatsoever. This is definitely very nice, and I have not seen this before from an ERTL car. The Judge comes in a beautiful orange color. Definitely looks good with the Judge striping as well as badging on the front fender. Let's go ahead and take a look at the car. Got the front end that would have the hideaway headlights, as well as you got the GTO badging in the grille there. See here that it has a Iowa plate with guilty. You have turn signal lamps down there. Got the Judge badging on the front fender there, as well as the GTO right in front of the door. The swooping side stripes. Firestone wide oval tires. Got the GTO badge on the quarter panel as well. Got the same Iowa guilty plate. GTO badging in the trunk deck lid, as well as the Judge badging on the spoiler that is attached to the deck lid. Now then, as per most ERTL models, the trunk does not open. Passenger side is practically identical to the driver's side. Go ahead and take a look inside the car. Now then, it is a all black interior. Lots of black plastic, and that makes it hard to see. See, there is a little bit of detail up there with the gauge cluster instrument panel in front of the steering wheel. The steering wheel does move when you turn the front wheels. Both doors open really nicely and close really nicely as well. Got Judge badging on the glove box there. Chrome shifter. As well as you can see some of the gauges on the dash there. Doors open nicely, close nicely. Panel gaps are not too obnoxious. Nothing is like catching or rubbing or anything. Let's go ahead and take a look under the hood here. Alright, we can see we've got the Ram Air up here. You got the Ram Air air cleaner down here. It's actually a pretty nice engine bay for ERTL. Definitely better than some of the other ones I have seen. You got the Pontiac blue engine block with the chrome valve covers, as well as there is some coolant hosing there from the radiator to the intake manifold, as well as from the water pump to the heater core. Now then, on the hood here, we do have the Ram Air hood scoops, as well as the hood-mounted tachometer. This is just definitely a unique feature, having a gauge out on the hood, being hood-mounted instead of being on the dash. Just definitely different and unique, not something you see too much. The windows on this car are all really nicely done. There's no distortions or like discoloration in them, considering this model is pretty old. So that is well done on ERTL's part. The underside of the vehicle here, we can see steering wheels, the engine and transmission. Pretty standard ERTL underside, but it does look pretty good with just the detail put into like the exhausts and everything. No working suspension, but again, the underside, it does look pretty decent. I will have to say that. Overall, I'm actually pretty happy with the car. The plastic used for the glass is crystal clear with no distortions or colorations. Doors open and close very smoothly. That is, more than can be said for some of my other models, such from Auto World or Acme or such. The underside is pretty good. The engine bay, pretty good for just the level of this model. I would definitely say ERTL does a great job on this one. Another thing I would really like to point out is the packaging. I wish more ERTL models came with that, having the styrofoam around it just to kind of protect and absorb shock, as well as having the little blocks on either side to prevent it from moving around too much, because so many ERTL models have problems with just being attached to a black plastic base and can get pretty damaged in shipping. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more content. Thanks.